Hey guys, and welcome to our house. Today I am doing a tour of our house. So I'm just gonna be showing you around our house and pointing out some things that we maybe changed about it or did before we moved in or while we were living here. So first I'm gonna show you our kitchen. This is our kitchen. It is very tiny, but it has served us well. We do not have a dishwasher, as you can see, but when we moved in, the cabinets were brown and we painted them white, put new hardware on, and that's about all we did in here. The walls were already white in here, so we just put a fresh coat of paint. This corner was kind of weird, but we did the best we could with it. We have a jelly cupboard for a little extra storage, put all of our shoes there. There's only like 2 outlets in this kitchen, one right here and then another one right over here. So we had to utilize things just the best we could in this kitchen. Over here we've just got our toaster. I had to plug that in behind where the fridge is plugged in. My dishwashing station, I spend lots of time here. There was no door on this cabinet when we bought the house, and we never found one to put on there. And then from the kitchen we'll move on into our living room, dining room. So right off of the kitchen we've got our little table here. This is the biggest dining table we can have in this house. It's just so tiny. It's just a cute little corner. I've wanted to paint these chairs black for the longest time. I have the spray paint for them, I just haven't done it yet, so hopefully that'll get done one day. Off to the left here I just have this little corner here. I redid this cabinet thing here. It used to be just like cheap wood covered with laminate, but it was really cute and I could see the potential for it, so I bought it, painted it black, changed out the hardware, and it looks great right here. I also DIY'd these. I just had these signs and I bought some of that like putty clay stuff that you fill walls in with. Slapped that on there, drew some designs in it and let it dry, and it's just super cute. I do have a video of me doing this corner if you want to go back and watch that. And then right off of our dining room here is the living room. We do have a dog, hence the kennel. That is just the best spot for it. We used to have like a sectional couch and the L came out this way. It was great for the time, but it broke eventually, so we actually found this off of Marketplace. I had my eye on it for a while. It was like a couple $100, and then eventually they marked it down to free. So immediately I messaged them and I was like, hey, can we come pick this up? Thankfully it wasn't taken yet. I just love this couch. It's very deep set, very comfy to sit in. These walls used to be like a light gray color, so we painted them all white as well. We've got our little TV station over here. Me and Noah actually redid this. It used to be just a dresser. We stripped it. It had like multiple layers of paint on it, and then we just stained it and put new hardware on it. So this is our little corner over here. Moving on, we've got a little hallway over here that leads us into our bathroom. It is quite tiny in here, so hard to show everything, and the fan turns on whenever the light's on, so sorry if you can't hear. But in here we painted as well. We painted pretty much everything in this house. Painted the walls white, added gold hardware, towel hanger, curtain rod. Got some cute little shelving over above the toilet here. And I painted this. It used to be just wood, but I painted it this kind of grayish tan color and changed out the hardware to gold, and I just feel like it gave it a completely different look. The only weird thing is the toilet and the sink are very close, so that's just been kind of difficult. But this is our cute little bathroom, and then to the left of the bathroom is our bedroom. This is another dresser that we have redone. We just sanded it, restained it, and that was about it. My poor little plant there, it was doing so good, and I don't know why it's turning yellow. but maybe it's because it's getting cooler outside. But this, and I actually got these nightstands off of Facebook Marketplace as well. Before we just had like plastic drawers and random tables next to our bed, but then these were like, I think $20-$30 for both of them, so that was a great deal. And underneath here, it's got this cute wicker pattern. I think it's called like the bird's eye pattern or something like that. It's super trendy right now, and I just think it's so cute. And Noah actually made this bed frame. He made it, I believe, when he was in high school, and we've just had it ever since. He just did such a good job on it. And there's Willow. She likes to spy on the neighbors. And she's got her little dog bed over here next to us where she sleeps every night. And then through the hallway to the right, we've got our guest room slash just extra room. So we have a futon in here. The room wasn't quite big enough to put a queen bed, so we just stuck a futon in here so that we do have a place for guests to stay if we ever have company. And then I've just got my little desk over here with my makeup in it. This is where my closet is. The closets in this house are very interesting. This one doesn't have a door or anything, and the other one has a door, but then you have to like reach really far back to get your clothes. Another quirky thing, this goes all the way up to the light. This is a very old house, so I feel like we've got lots of weird things. We also have this light switch that turns on the hallway light. And that's pretty much it. I mean, our house is pretty tiny. We also have a downstairs, but it's just all cement, so I really don't think you would like to see that, and I do not want to show you that. We just have lots of storage down there, and that's where all of our extra stuff goes. This is actually the last day. I didn't think I'd get emotional. Sorry, I don't know why I got emotional. I have not gotten emotional about this house till just now when I started talking about it, but this is actually the last day this house will be all cleaned up and put together because I'm going to start packing. We're actually moving. We're just moving 2 towns over where we used to live when we first got married, and we're so excited because we've just been like waiting to get back to that town. That's where Noah's family lives. That's just, we love living in that town, and it just feels more like home to us. We would have stayed there, but there were no house options there when we were looking last year. So we just decided to buy a couple towns over, and this is the house we got. We've really loved it. It was our first house together, our first house we've ever bought. And it was our first like project house together, which is just so crazy because when we were dating, I don't think we were engaged yet, but we knew we wanted to get married. But we were just talking about our life goals and like what we wanted to do for work. And one of those things that we were both really interested in was flipping houses and having multiple properties. And it's just so crazy that we're already buying our second house within 2 years of being married. Like, it seems like just yesterday. I remember we were just sitting in a hammock. We were just saying hammock. Everyone says differently, but we were just sitting in a hammock and talking about this and how we were both so excited to just get a fixer-upper and like fix up houses and have rental properties. And now it's like finally happening. It's just crazy how time goes by so fast. I'm not emotional about like leaving this house. It's more just like the process and how far we've come, I guess. Which brings me to my next point. We are actually not selling this house. We are going to be renting it out, so we will still own it, which is super exciting because that was part of our plan all along, and it's great that it worked out this way. So our closing day is Monday, and it's just crazy how this other house just fell into our laps. Like, we had been looking, you know, I have Zillow, so I'm always on Zillow just seeing what houses are out there, what's for sale. And then this one house, it was this past summer, this house popped up, and it is one that I had always driven by and seen, and I really loved it, and it just did not work out. I was really sad at first. We had put multiple offers in on it, actually. The first one we put in, they didn't respond or anything. We put a second one in, and they told us like sorry, we don't think we can agree on a price. It was a really cute house on the outside, but it needed a lot of work, and we were the only ones putting offers in, and like no one was willing to pay the price that they were wanting. So we were like, okay, let's just, wait on it. I was still praying about it because I just loved this house. It was like a white stucco house. It had brick on the outside. There was like wood flooring on the inside. It was really cute. The only thing is it wasn't like much of an upgrade from our house right now. It was still just a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, pretty much the same size. The kitchen was a little bit bigger and had a dishwasher, but that was pretty much it. And it had a connected garage. We would have loved to be back in that town at that time, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was the one. And then about a month later, our realtor contacted us and was like, hey, the people are actually looking at offers again if you want to put another offer in on this house for the 3rd time. So we put another offer in. We're like, hey, maybe this is God just, giving us this house, because I had still been praying about it, because it wasn't officially off of like Zillow or anything yet, so I wasn't sure if like they had accepted an offer or not. So I was like, oh, maybe this is God just, because I wasn't gonna put another offer in on the house. If we were gonna get that house, I was gonna want them to come to us. And so they did, and so I thought, this is it, this must be our house. And then they ended up accepting the other people's offer. And at the time, I was very disappointed, because I really liked the house, but I knew I had to be patient because I knew God had something better for us. So we waited, we kept saving up, we kept just chugging along here in this town over here, and the other town we're moving to is actually only 20 minutes away, so it's not like the worst. But when we're driving there a lot during the week, my husband drives there every day during the week, sometimes twice a day. It just gets to be a lot. So then fast forward to this month, actually, I think in October, this guy that no one knows, he grew up with his kids, he told our brother-in-law actually that they were planning on selling their house. And so my brother-in-law was like, hey, my brother-in-law Noah, my husband, and his wife are actually looking for a house in this town. Like, can I see if he can come look at it? And so my husband went and looked at this house, sent me videos and pictures. I was at work, so I couldn't go. I was very disappointed. It was everything we were looking for in our second house. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a nice big kitchen with a dishwasher, so you don't have to wash the dishes by hand anymore. There's a dining room, a living room, and there's actually an upstairs with another living room and a master bedroom and bathroom and walk-in closet, a 2-car garage, a fenced-in yard. It just like checked off all of our boxes and then some. Like, there were things on our wish list that we were expecting in our second house that this house has, and it just seemed right. It seemed so clear. Like, I did not want to get my hopes up again, because I didn't want the same thing to happen that happened with the last house. But we just prayed about it and stayed in contact with these people, and they seemed like they really wanted to sell to us. It all worked out. We were able to give them an offer that they were happy with, we were happy with, and it just worked out so well. And this has all happened within the past month or so. So when we went to go sign the papers for them to accept our offer, I actually went to go look at the house just to make sure, because I wanted to see it in person before we signed anything on paper. So I looked at the house. We love it. We both love it. It is a little bit of a fixer-upper, but that is what we like doing. That is what our plan has been all along. We would just prefer to get fixer-upper houses so we can make it how we like it, rather than buying a house already all done and just like not loving it and having to rip out brand new stuff. So I really love the idea of like fixing up houses, and I love decorating and just like making a space my own. So that is the story of the house. We are very excited to move and start this next chapter in our life. It'll be different. It'll be a new process, learning how to, there's a lot that goes into renting this house out. and there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the other house before we move in. So when we close on Monday, we're gonna work on it through the whole week, and hopefully we can get enough done to where we can move in the week after and then just work on things while we live there. But that is our life update. So that's why I'm so excited to be vlogging this. I just can't wait to show you guys the process and just to film the befores and afters and just take you along for the journey. It's just gonna be so exciting, and we cannot wait to move. I got emotional because I just can't believe, like, we're already on our second house and we're living out the dream that we were dreaming when we were dating, like in our teens. And it's just crazy that we are to this point. And God has just been so good to us. We've been patient and he's answered our prayers. And so my next video will probably be a before tour of our next house and renovating it, painting it, doing all of the things. We're hoping to just paint and do new flooring before we move in. So hopefully that doesn't take too long, but it is a much bigger house than this one. It's probably like twice the size of this one, which is super nice. But if we can at least get our bedroom and like the upstairs where we're going to be staying, can get that done, and the kitchen I think will be good to live in it and finish off the other rooms while we're living there. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my last video in this house. It's been good to us. We really love this house, but we are so excited to get back to the other town that we love and just to be closer to family. Alright, see you guys in my next one.